Ben Whitaker.
Yes.
Off the back of that absolute controversial, I don't even know what that was, some WWE. Off the back of that, the rematch has now been made. I didn't think they'd do it, but they've finally done it now. Liam Cameron versus Ben Whitaker 2. Now, I'm going to say it like this. I watched the press conference. I don't really like the act that Ben puts on.
I know, it's silly.
Don't like the act. It don't really suit him like that. But he was failed. Ben Whitaker was failed, Noble. And I'm going to tell you why he was failed. Because in boxing, your first 10 to 20 fights, I know it's bad, but are against lower opposition. Let's just say it like that. Man are getting turned around in weeks. Like, some man were fighting twice a month when they went pro. Now, when you're fighting this lower competition, Noble, this competition is almost, I call it like a cab driver, a journeyman, a last minute, a TBA, to be confirmed, to be a whatever the correct thing is. Anyway, the public were fooled. First of all, Ben is from the Midlands, but I have to keep this thing real. The public were fooled because when a man is doing all of that showboating at that low level, you can't take nothing from it. But what did the media do, Noble? They repurposed clips. Yes. They put all of this pressure on this young man, knowing that he was doing that against journeyman. So what happened? He jumped in there against someone who was above a journeyman.
Skilled.
Somewhat. And we seen what happened. We seen what happened. So now the rematch has been announced. He has the chance to go in there and blow my man out quick and show that he had a bad night. That could happen. But based on the press conference, I see a person who is not confident in their ability. That's what I see. Have you watched the press conference, Noble?
No, break it down, sibling.
He was just very dismissive of the host, very dismissive of the competition. Okay. It almost seems like he's been forced into taking this fight. That's what it seems like. And it don't look good. When I tell you, I haven't got no training in body what's it called? What?
Body language.
Bad body language or none of that. But upon watching that, remember, I'm the same guy who read the body language with AJ and Dubois. While most thought that Dubois got buoyed up, I said, nope, he hasn't been buoyed up. And what happened? Now with this, my man looks nervous. Very nervous. Like, it's almost like he don't believe that he can beat this guy. And I'm telling you now, if that Liam Cameron has been training even 10% of what he says he has, he will be a problem. And that train could reach its destination way too early, Noble.
Way too early.
Way too early. And this is the problem with British boxing fans. They applied pressure to this man. They were mentioning this man in the same breath as Bivol and Beterbiev. Huh? But people, you have to... Yeah, that's what they were doing, Noble. They were talking about man fighting Bivol and all this. And I'm saying, people, the guy is talented. Talented, brother. But he's nowhere near ready for the top level.
No way.
Sky, they got a bit excited and they want their return on investment. We're going to talk a lot about investments today. Okay?
ROI.
Yeah, they need their return on investment. And the facts are this. Ben Whitaker should not have been on that Rider season show, Noble. Should not have been. Shout out Dave as well, man. We got talent coming out of Brum. A lot of talent's coming out of Brum. Shout out Dave Lovell every time. But I'm saying, Ben, what's going to happen? Let me just come out and say it. I think he'll win on points. He'll win on points. If he's not knocked out, Leon Cameron could have stopped him the last fight. But I think they'll sort out the fitness issue this fight. He should win it on points. But I'm glad that they're giving the brother the opportunity. I'm glad.
A 10-round thing, or?
Yeah, I'm guessing it'll be a 10. It'll be 10 rounder, yeah. It'll be a 10 rounder. So Ben should beat him on points. He ain't gonna do no showboating. He should beat him on points, but Liam Cameron don't write him off because Ben, in the pros, as we've seen, this is early. And to be honest, Noble, if I was his manager, and I know people might screw at this, I'm not taking that fight yet. I'm not taking it.
Confidence back. I know. I hate strategically, and based upon what you're saying, I definitely need to go back and beat that press conference. We got a confidence issue. With any combat sport athlete, prize fighter, fill in the missing blanks. Any one of those who has a loss, you need to get that mojo back. Especially within boxing, this is a standard thing. The guy loses, and then they give him a taxi cab guy or a bin man, and then he gets, oh yeah, man, I knocked him out 3 rounds, first round, second round, whatever it is. But I'm feeling it now. Yeah, man, when I punched, I didn't even feel it connect. Yeah, man, that's the thing. The mojo is back. The boost is back. Yo. Should we do the rematch now, or should we do another little journeyman thing? Yeah, man, bring it, come. That's generally how the game goes.
They should have did it in 2, but so much pressure has been applied to not only Ben Whitaker, but to his promoter. He had to take the fight. He had to, but it's too early. This could end in disaster. It could end in disaster.
Elaborate in regards to the promoter having to take the fight.
So the promoter, which is essentially Sky, Boxer is the middleman, but essentially Sky, they've invested a lot of dollars into this, brother. A lot. No, but my man was doing all kind of walkarounds in Saudi. They were going on like this guy was a world title challenger, and that he was rushed. He was rushed. And I think that someone in his team needs to sit down with him and say, yo, Ben, drop the schoolboy antics, man. Drop the schoolboy antics. You know what I mean? Like, I know you got to sell yourself, but it don't come across natural. You know, like, let me think about a UK fighter. Let me think about a UK boxer. It's difficult to think of one, but all right, Tyson Fury. My man's an idiot. But guess what? That's natural. You see what I'm saying? My man is an idiot. I'm the first to tell you that. But what he's doing is natural. He ain't putting on no act. He ain't putting on no act. That's who he is. I can tell you that. I don't even know him. But that's who he is because he's been that consistent. But Ben, it's like he's in the spotlight. So it's like the camera's on me. I may as well do something. You know them ones. And I think...
Is he, pardon himself, is he not, because based upon his fighting style, I'm looking at him and thinking, as my man just watched a whole load of Prince Nassim thing and it's like, yo man, that's the flipping vibe I'm on, but I'm going to switch it up a little some. That's not the case then?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, you got to definitely give a lot of credit to Nassim for that. It looks like he's definitely influenced by that, but doing that against this level of opponents is completely different to doing it at world level, even at British level, which essentially that's what he's at now.
Yes.
Which is why he didn't do that. Doing that against, I know this sounds bad, people. Doing it against Podolski means nothing. Means nothing. You see what I'm saying? Go in there and do it against a world title. So this is the problem. So Ben Whitaker may be the real deal. He may not. But if he goes in there and loses, his promoter is to blame for the hype. It was way too early. Way too early. And to be honest, I don't know if it's been long enough to fix the mistakes that he made. You can't get better in one fight. You can't build up your fitness. Like, fitness is something that is an uphill battle. You've got to constantly be at it. If he's not constantly been training, one thing about them Sheffield fighters, they're fit as a fiddle. You see what I'm saying? So that could go bad. I hope it don't, but it could go bad. What's your prediction?
Based upon what he should, if he sticks to the game plan and doesn't showboat as he's historically done as much. I think, that you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think the public, the casuals and the hardcores know him for taking liberties in the thing. So I don't think he's going to drop that totally, Mark. I don't think he's going to drop that totally. I think we're still going to see some flair and pizzazz. But he should have enough tools. And as you say, cardio-wise, I mean, that's the most important thing. cardio, strength and conditioning. That's what makes fighters go those 10 rounds, those 8 rounds, or the championship 12 rounds. Like, it goes without saying. So I'm gonna go with the Midlands Ute, but based upon what you said, there is a high percentage chance that the Ute can come in there and not even done his dance, but rain all over his parade, man, and eke him out to a decision victory, gas him out, take him into the later rounds. You know what I mean? Where he's not going to be as sharp, and just buoy him up a little something.
Yeah, facts. It can go horribly wrong. It can most definitely go horribly wrong if these guys have not adjusted. You see what I mean? It can go horribly wrong, but I'm saying he's winning it on points. Then we'll run through the rest. So you got Dillian White versus Joe Joyce.
Okay, come on, Mark.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
All right, Dillian White versus Joe Joyce. Both of them are finished. Let's keep it real. Both are finished. Joe Joyce even more so, I'd say. Dillian White looked terrible in his last 2 fights. Dreadful.
Yeah.
Dreadful. He's lucky to be back on the big stage, to be honest, after them performances. Joe Joyce.
Explain to me. No, Mark. Explain to us. How is he back on the stage? How isn't the media, the British media, the YouTubers and influencers been saying, yeah, man, you've had a good run, mate. You've had a good run. Let's just call it a day, sir. Let's just call it a day.
All right. They need heavyweights. Right now, heavyweights are in demand. You need opponents, Noble. You need opponents. So Dillian White brings 2 things. He brings a name. So he brings the name, you beat him, you got a good name on your record, and he also brings drama for the press conferences. That's why he's still in and around. But the facts are, Joe Joyce, just look at it, just watch an interview with him. That's all you need to do. My man forgets everything that he's saying. He stares into space. He don't move his head when he's fighting. Like, he's took a pasting, man.
Yeah,
especially after Zhang. He took a pasting, man. So the fact that he's still fighting is dangerous. He took a pace. Losing to a man like Chisora. I know everyone's bigging up Chisora all of a sudden, but Chisora's always been a journeyman. Beating them brothers that he's beat, no disrespect, he's always been a come forward journeyman. And even him, he's been battered to the point of when my man talks, I just see a man who, you gotta word it right, but it's a man who's on his way to being in a bad state if someone don't step in.
We're talking about Chisora?
Chisora. And Joyce, to be honest. Both of them need to hang it up. Because no matter how they try and sell it, the art of boxing is what? Hit and what? Not get hit. These guys are trying to hit and getting hit a lot. All Chisora does is plod forward, no jab, throwing mad overhand rights. And I'm saying, like, people were laughing and joking with him when he's eating burgers and doing all that after. People will laugh and joke with you. But when you can't speak properly and that man ain't gonna be nowhere around.
Yeah.
Like, and with a man like that, you gotta remember that these men just need people to fight. So Joe Joyce versus Dillian White, to me, it's 2 guys that are at the end of their career. More so Joe Joyce. Yeah, it's fair. More so Joe Joyce. Dillian White, I guess he's got a couple more in him, but terrible. Looked terrible. To be honest, he's looked terrible from when he fought Fury. And what did I say at the time, people? Remember at the time? Dillian White was doing all of that, getting involved with the drama with Frank Warren and all that, and look what's happened now. You see why you don't get involved in people's beefs?
Yep.
Remember how he conducted himself during that time? And what's he doing now? Doing business with the same man. Lawrence Akoli versus Richard Riakporhe. These men are both moved up to heavyweight. Little bit of bad blood there from previous encounters. I don't know. Lawrence Akoli's got a horrible style, man. Horrible. Holds all the time. Just holds, just non-stop holding. I don't know who's going to win that. Don't know. My man could hold and win still, because he kind of, that's what he's been doing. He holds a lot.
So here's the elephant in the room, and you're the connoisseur in this thing. that is that should not be allowed. And you see that referees getting all sweated up and all that, pulling these behemoths off each other when you've got these clinch heavy boxing things. What can be done? What can be done, and why aren't they being penalized for not actually fighting? Because I understand. Listen, you get a hit, okay. Look, whoa, I got rocked defensively. Okay, if he comes in close, let me just clinch up a little bit, gather myself, and then pugilistic fights. Not grab. Okay, referee starts. You throw out some lazy jab. Next thing you know, you're grabbing him again. Double underhooks. What's going on, Mark?
Some refs penalize guys for it. Other refs allow it. When he fought Chris Billum Smith, he got penalized. That's how he lost the belt. Then he won that Bridgerweight one. And careers, kind of weird careers though. The whole landscape changed when the Saudis came in. But
we know
very weird career. But yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you who'd win that one.